More now on the fallout from that ad. Many critics say that it bears a striking resemblance to a campaign ad used by then Senator Hillary Clinton during the 2008 presidential race. Back then, it was Obama's camp slamming the Clinton campaign for attacking it with a similar message. Let's look at that ad from 4 years ago.
It's the toughest job in the world. You need to be ready for anything, especially now with 2 wars, oil prices skyrocketing, and an economy in crisis. Harry Truman said it best: if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. Who do you think has what it takes?
And the Obama campaign at the time not too happy about that ad. Joining us now to discuss, Fox News political analyst Angela McGlowan and Democratic strategist and principal of Clifton Consulting, Marjorie Clifton. Thank you both so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So, Marjorie, as we saw 4 years ago during the Democratic nomination, Hillary's camp had the Obama camp outraged. Why is this different?
It's not different. And the fact of the matter is, this is politics as usual. This is how campaigns are run. Somebody runs an ad showcasing what they've done, and then the other side feigns shock and awe that they would actually use one of their accomplishments as something to run on. And we've seen this with Republicans. We've seen it with Democrats. We saw this actually between McCain and Romney going after each other about how strong they were on national security, how strong they were going to be on Osama bin Laden. So I think it's
Marjorie,
no different.
With all due respect, he is the commander-in-chief, and he has every right. You're exactly right to talk about his accomplishments. But such hypocrisy, I repeat what John McCain said, he's politicizing the war on terror and misused Mitt Romney's words dealing with the war on terror. I think it's sad. I think that Obama does very well in polling dealing with foreign relations, and it just goes to show the double standard and the hypocrisy of this administration.
Marjorie, what about the specific accusation in the ad that some Republicans, possibly Romney, would have chosen a different course, a safer course, maybe just throwing bombs instead of going in?
Yeah, I mean, to be quite honest, Secretary Gates, who is the Secretary of Defense, as well as Vice President Biden, didn't recommend that Obama take this tactic, sending in the SEALs to kill Osama bin Laden. Most of the people within his own administration. So he went against Republicans, Democrats, all of the general thoughts on how this should be tackled. So this was one of the marquee events of his administration, and so it's not a surprise he's showcasing it. And frankly, any political strategist would think he'd be an idiot not to do that.
It's great to showcase it, Patty. It's great to showcase that. And again, it was a great accomplishment. President Bush's CIA helped him, and the fact that Obama was brave enough to go on his own. The bottom line is, though, he's putting down Mitt Romney, saying what Mitt Romney would do, and he doesn't know what Mitt Romney would do because Mitt Romney has not been commander-in-chief of the United States of America. He was of Massachusetts. So I think it's a very low blow that the president did not have to do, and it degrades his office in doing that.
And Marjorie, even with just the trotting it out, here's a direct quote right now. We'll put it on the screen from President Obama after bin Laden was killed. "We don't trot this stuff out as trophies. This was somebody who was deserving of the justice he received, but we don't need to spike the football." Isn't he spiking the football?
Well, no, I would say this is the same thing the Bush administration did by showing in their re-election campaign the videos of Ground Zero and showcasing how he was there during that time. This is nothing different than any Republican or any Democrat in history has done, and it's not a surprise. So everyone, again, is going to feign shock over anyone using and showcasing these kinds of events as a political measure, but in the reality is everyone's going to do it, and so this is nothing new.
What a difference a couple of years makes when candidate Obama, as Patty Ann showed earlier, when Hillary Clinton ran an ad against him, who would you rather have in the White House? Oh, the Obama campaign was so upset. They were so disgruntled at the fact that Hillary Clinton would do that, and now he's doing the same thing with Bill Clinton. It's hypocrisy, and again, Marjorie, he should be able to talk about his accomplishments, but by saying what Mitt Romney would do, it's smear and fear, and that's what liberals are very good at doing.
And again, Republicans do the same thing, and they do the same thing to one another, but I would say that, one of the things that Obama is going to need to do in order to win independence is so that he's strong on national security. And again, this is one of his marquee accomplishments during his administration, and where Republicans criticize him for not being tough enough on issues in the Middle East, on terrorism. This is what he was doing.
Politics is all about mudslinging, and the Republicans may have done that to each other, but the bottom line is this. He talks about the Hillary campaign doing that to him, and he's doing the same thing.
All right, Angela McGlowan, Marjorie Clifton, thank you both so much for joining.
Thank you for having us.
Happy to be here.
Wow, that was good.